Sense? Yes? Okay, good. Now, there's two ways to do this. If you want to capture, I know Dr. Silva is very cautious, you can do this. You can kind of use the light body, this Cadillac light body that we're gonna use today. Very similar, because we only need the interior surface. We don't need the roof or anything, we just need that. So you inject that, let it set, and then you select your easy bars, right? And you put it on top, and then you connect with Duralay and Lycra and so on.
Because here, what you're trying to capture is exactly where your prosthesis will sit. That's what you're trying to capture at that stage. And make sure you capture this area here farther distal also, because then you can have a very precise impression there.
So what you notice here that he's very cautious because this thing can be smearing all the undercuts and then easy bar will connect to the silicone. You don't want that.
I don't like this. When I see this, I don't like that. I like to inject my light body material before. And the reason for that is because my easy bar can sit on top of my light body material and stays there. Helps to stabilize that.
Yeah, but if you do this technique, and we're gonna do the other technique now on the models, make sure that there is no silicone on the abutment so you have enough capture to attach the easy bar. That's all you need, because you need enough. I prefer to tell the doctors to use the easy bar, connect it first as low as possible. We're gonna do that on a model.
Without this?
Without the silicone, and then inject the silicone, and we'll do that today as well. So there's two ways to do it. If you're careful like him, do this way, but otherwise do the way we're gonna do it here at the exercise. Make sense so far? Yes? All right. So this is the capture, and this is all we need for that. Now you can go around that to capture so the silicone doesn't come off with a light body or hard body. And what we're gonna do on the model, we use only light body. You can just cover it around the easy bar.
And make sure you have a little thickness here. We can do like the bit technique, the nylon technique, with powder and liquid, or you can do with the monojet syringe, what Pinkas was mentioning.
Yeah.
Take the monojet, put the powder resin inside of that, and then you can inject very carefully around.
Yeah. So that's something that when I get, sometimes people buy the easy bar and they connect it and send me impression. Many times when they connect this, not enough material immersed between the easy bar and the titanium, and I notice some of them maybe get loose, and that's again not accurate. So if you didn't have impression here, what I do is recommend to take it out before you inject the silicone underneath. Take it out, do the finger test, look underneath, make sure there's no voids. If there is, you just add to it, then screw it back in, let it set, add more material, and then inject silicone. So that's why I like that, the other technique.
When you do that injection with the Duralay,
Yeah.
what's the consistency of the Duralay?
It's slurry because you want to have enough time to inject all of them. Yeah, yeah.
And are you cutting off the tip?
The
of
tip,
one
which you
strip?
cut the tip.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
How far back you cutting that? About halfway?
I would
or-
say I would put like a third.
Yeah,
More
you have
than
to have
halfway.
a comfort when you squeeze it out, it comes out easy. Yeah, not too much, not too little, yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. So that's the one, and then you can overlay that so the silicone kind of binds together, and that's your impression. No gagging, no trace, no nothing. This is it. That's cool, isn't it? Fun?
That's heavy body, right?
That's heavy body over
body.
everything.
Yeah. What we're gonna do today, it's gonna be light body all around, because light body works as
And
well.
the finger test that he mentioned that he likes to do, as soon as I do that, as soon as I finalize that, then I will do the same thing.
Yeah.
I see if I see any movement, and I will play with each component. I like
You
to
take
make
it off
notice.
the implants,
Oh, do you take it off? Yeah, take it
and
off.
then you see if it
It
plays.
plays, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I see
Yes,
it plays
please.
there.
So, you captured the tissue
Yes.
of the light body, you splinted all the implants.
Yes.
What's the purpose of that other impression material now?
Just to bind the impression material together so it doesn't flake off.
Oh,
They're
Yeah,
bound
yeah.
together.
And you're
Just
gonna do
to
that on the model
reinforce.
with the light body, yeah, yeah.
So the
I
easy
don't
bar
really
kind
know.
of acts like the easy bar acts like the floss in a way.
No, the easy bar is a jig, the original jig like that he cut in section like a floss thing that you
Yeah.
saw. And it's impression, it's a solid accurate model for rest of your case. Unless the implant get lost, I mean, if it comes off, then you have to redo it obviously.
You ask about the heavy impression, the PVS. Actually, you can stop here. If you want, you can stop here.
Yeah. So when we do just the light body, like for the anterior surface, and we're gonna do it today, is we're gonna inject underneath and then over the easy bars, because when you take it out, you don't want that silicone to peel off. so you can send it to a lab. That's what we do, okay? Yeah, very simple. So, that's Sherry, and then we did that same thing on the lower. You already saw that one, so Lars. So here's the model. So your models, you'll see it in a box. There's models. I'll go over what's in a box with the camera. I'll switch cameras. So basically, this is a measuring tool that in the kit of the EZ bar. See, it's like you open the screw and kind of measure the distance. You normally go in the middle of the holes, and then you go to the box, and there's all of them are numbered like increments of half, and then just measure what's the closest. The more you do it, the easier it gets for you. Sometimes I don't even measure. I can kind of eyeball it. Yes?
What do you do if you have an implant that's that has a different axis?
Tilted. I'm going to cover that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, you aim to go all the way passive. So you see that one? It's kind of tense. I can use that, but it can be better. So I change the size, and then it goes down more. See, now it's flat. So now I have more leeway to stack up as many as I want. Right? So that's the key. That's what you're looking for. That. Sometimes, if it's really in angle, and I have some cases that are kind of tilted, then the easy bars may not go down. So maybe it goes down to like, if it's like that, maybe it goes like at the beginning. So you take a burr, carbide burr, and I just trim it out, the easy bar, and go down as much as possible. So I'll use that as the last positioning of that. So even if it goes down to here, the last one, like sometimes like that, if it goes like that, you can connect it, make sure it doesn't go in a hole, and that's how you capture it.
And I had a case that I want to go, I want to try, I learned that with Pinkas, that it's better the deeper the easy bar will go, the better it is. I cut it, like just the distal part.
You can do that too.
And then I connected everything, just that area.
Yeah, on the tilted ones, yeah.
On the tilted ones.
You can do that, yeah. So that makes sense so far? Yes? All right.
So when you connect, you just go on top of it and in the space
Yes.
between the.
Yep. So then, once you measure that, then you go to the next one. Again, take the tool, align them where you want, find another
Because
size.
if I go on the top, I like to go on the top, but I like to go through the bar also. I think this is much psychological, but I like to go through to connect, to make sure I have enough resin.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to connect is the easy bar to the components, basically.
Now they have Expedient has two types of kit. You have titanium and then you got stainless steel, right? You don't need the titanium unless you want to weld that to the temporary cylinders as a substructure for, let's say, plastic denture restoration. If you want that, you get titanium, you can weld it. But we use the stainless steel. It's less expensive, but it does an amazing job with accuracy. So that's how we do it. So we measured the second one. It's going to be a little different. Get close. You see this one, when I selected, it wasn't going down. See that? So I just measure another one. Now I can do it just blinded because I know the sizes. I've done enough. And then the light cure material, what we do is actually we dilute it, like with light just a little bit. And sometimes you can only use the light material. You can. But make sure your light cures that material. Because I have some doctors who use light material. They stack all the stuff, measure everything, and then they send me this easy bar, and it comes to me and everything moves because the thing wasn't set. So make sure you have a good light that sets those type of materials.
And what I like to do is, as soon as I select, this is the mouse of the patient, as soon as I select my easy bar, I have the patient laying down usually, right? And then I have the bib of the patient there. What I do is, I put the sequence of my easy bar on the patient's chest, because this is very fast, like this is just like a minute thing that the patient is waiting there. I take the easy bar, I would say, okay, this one will go first, I put over here on the chest, this one goes second, see, this one goes second, I put it over here, and that one goes third. Because as soon as I'm ready to do in the patient's mouth and ready to connect everything, I know exactly the sequence that I'm gonna pick it and put in the patient's mouth.
Yeah, and the beauty about those easy bars, you can also reuse them if you want to. I mean, after the case is done, you can autoclave and reuse them, right? Unless they're damaged. Now, the average cost on each bar is about $5 to $6. I think I calculated because the kit has a lot of them, but sometimes you use only certain ones more often than others, so you just buy replacements. It's about $5 to $6 per bar. So if you have all on 4 like that, all on 6, you need 3 or 4 bars. It's really an expensive way to capture a very accurate jig, impression, untitled surface, everything in one go. No more multiple appointments like you've seen earlier this morning. The other thing is like, we use easy bars also underneath when we do the models, and we'll share with you. Some of you do models yourself, right? Raise your hands. I think you do. Who else does models in the office? Anybody else? So I'll teach you how to do models. You don't have to make models, but sometimes we just get that. But some people like to make their own models. So to do it right, We use also easy bars on Namalux, and I'll show that in the afternoon. So this is step number one. I'm gonna play the video here, for example, what is gonna go, and that video is gonna be on loop, it's gonna be all the way. But what I want you to do, I'm gonna switch the camera first, show you what's in the box, what you have in front, that plastic box, and I want you to get to this point. The point is step one, you take the Ritter's titanium cylinders, the bars are already pre-measured, everybody should have a bar in there. You screw them in like that, and then position, make sure you know which number goes where. You'll know it, because it's gonna look just like that. And once that's done, then we have a light material, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, once you have that, we're gonna go around, make sure everybody's on the same page. We're gonna tack in with little light cure material and cure it, so it doesn't move. All right, that's number one. So that video I'm gonna continue playing later on. I just want to switch to show the box, okay? So